Guys, I have got to get this hair fixed. It's an absolute nightmare. So I finished that last delivery. They told me I'd be there for 5 hours, and I was there for like 2 hours. So I'm out here on a little trek now because I'm shutting down, doing a 10-hour break. Then I'll go pick up my nighttime pickup and shut down again. So about a little over a half a mile away up here, I'll check this out. We're gonna walk through this gate. There we go. About a little over a half mile away is a barber shop up here that's open, and I've got to get this fixed because it's driving me crazy, and it wouldn't kill me to get out and take a little walk. So we are, where are we? Piedmont, South Carolina right now. Flying J is where we're parked at. I was gonna go in and get a shower, and I was like, well, maybe I can find a barber shop first because I finally got a little bit of time, and that's what we're doing. So kind of rainy out here and stuff. Not bad though, it's in the 60s, so I don't mind it. But we're gonna go get this hair cleaned up, and then we'll make the trek back to Flying J, then get a shower, and then I'll see if I can maybe get to a vape store. I keep blowing the coils in my vape, and I don't know if it's the juice I got, because I went through 3 coils in like 3 days. So need to get some new juice, new coils, and boy, I'll be set to run for like 2 weeks again without any problems, hopefully. So that's the plan. We're gonna go get this mug cleaned up and head back to the Flying J. This walk's definitely good for me, as you can hear. I'm not breathing so well. Definitely needed it. We'll see you guys in a bit. Yo! What's up, guys? Boy, that feels a lot better. I found this barber shop. He didn't quite do it the way I normally like, where this is shaved all the way down here, but you know what? He did good, and I had him, he cut this, and then like I was like, let's go a little shorter, and then I felt bad about like wanting more stuff, so I just left it at that. But man, that feels a lot better. Get that cleaned up, cut up, all that. Oh, I'm feeling good. So tonight we got our 8:30 p.m. pickup, and that could turn into an adventure itself if they don't have overnight parking. That could be a whole thing, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know where the camera is here. Am I looking at you now? Because I'm trying to get this angle right so you guys don't think I'm sitting on the wrong side of the truck, and I don't know if it's working. I have no idea. I could still be on the wrong side of the truck, but normally the camera's over there, but now I think it's over there. Anyways, I'm at this Flying J, and I don't know what is going on right now, but I hope when I'm ready to get out of here I can just go. A Crete driver was driving right down the middle of the traffic lane here, and he just stopped his truck, and I don't know how to say it. Like, he literally turned this place into a parking lot, but it literally already is a parking lot. But everyone was just stopped, and just like people were out of their trucks going, what the hell is going on? And it was an interesting show, because there was no reason at all for it. None whatsoever. And we're still dealing with the aftermath of trucks just piled up on top of each other trying to get out of here, and other trucks trying to back in. And yeah, the guy just parked and set his brake and just sat there, and nobody understood why. And I see a lot of truck drivers do that, like they need to do some paperwork or whatever, and that's all fine and good, but at least pull over to the side maybe. Maybe do that instead. I'm not really sure, but he just, the world was his oyster, and he decided to just stop traffic wherever he was at, and did whatever he needed to do for however long it took. It was interesting, I'd say. It was a bold strategy, but I guess it worked out. I'm not really sure. Everybody's still trying to leave. I have about 2 minutes until I can start my clock. I like to get out, if I can, before I actually log the pre-trip, and get out and check things on my truck, because if you start your pre-trip, then this is like basic knowledge, so it's not like I'm teaching you guys anything. You guys all know. But if you start your pre-trip, you start your 14-hour day. If you find something wrong that needs to be fixed, then you got to go get that fixed. And or run it, send it. It's up to you, I guess. So I was out there already checking stuff. So I'm just kind of watching the flow of traffic. So I'm gonna go down there for that 8:30 pickup, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be my night. I'm just gonna, hopefully they have overnight parking, because I have not worried about parking a truck at 8:30 at night in a long time. I definitely haven't had to consider it on the East Coast ever. So that already is kind of making me nervous. Like, where am I going to park this thing if they don't allow overnight parking? Hopefully they do, and that solves that problem. Other than that, I'm just not sure. I kind of looked at the area on Google Maps, and I couldn't tell if it was sort of like in an industrial area where trucks park on the side of the road or not, because that would make it a lot easier. But I have a quick stop I need to do on my way there. I'm 117 miles away. I have a quick stop 30 miles from here that I need to do, some business I need to handle, and I'll probably try to get some video of that for you guys if I can too. Then we'll get down the road and get that pickup done. Call it a night, get some sleep. I slept all day because I hardly slept last night. I got maybe a 4-hour nap, and I feel a lot better. So let me get down there, handle that business, hopefully get you guys some video of that, and then from there we'll see what the rest of the night brings us. Who knows? Hopefully it goes well. I'm hoping for a good night. It's just going to be that parking situation. That's what's going to determine if my night's good or not. And with it being around, well, it's 5:30 p.m. so I have a city to go through. Hoping traffic's not bad by now. We'll see. Anyways, I'll get with you guys in a few minutes, see what we got going on today. I had to come get an Uber because I am in desperate need of nicotine. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
Oh, wait, I recognize you.
You recognize me?
Man,
Where
so
you?
if you guys don't know, this guy Trucks.
Oh wait.
Josh.
Oh wait. Oh, I recognize you.
There you go.
Wait, it's just trucking.
Yep, just
What's
doing the
up,
Uber
bro?
thing while trucking is not so great.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys, thought I'd get you some rolling down the road video here. Might as well, right? Hopefully it sounds okay. If this doesn't sound good, then I'll just not put this in the video. I've had a lot of trouble with sound when I put the video up in the windshield like that. But thank you, JustTruckin, for coming over to meet me real quick. It was kind of short notice, and I only had a few minutes. And JustTruckin, I meant to get more video for you, of you for my channel, where I asked you a question or two. But let's be real, everyone knows who you are already. So it was really cool to meet him. He's a big dude. Like, compared to me, he's a big dude. Like, I'm not very big at all. But really nice guy. I like JustTruckin a lot. As you guys can tell, I've been looking a lot at the style of the bigger YouTubers in our genre and sort of how they do things, and I'm taking a lot from his playbook. And I told him that earlier. He seemed super cool about it. He wasn't offended in the least, and he encouraged me to keep going. So I like that dude a lot. I've always enjoyed his content. I never understood when people were going after him and what made him a bad guy and stuff like that. Hard-working dude that does what it takes to keep his family in a good position, and we all could learn a lot from that guy. We really could. I'll tell you what I think is kind of a little bit of a funny story, because I was maybe 27 miles away from where I met up with him at, and I was like, hey, if you come up this way, like, I could actually use an Uber ride. So if you come up this way, and he's like, hey, I'll go there if that's where the rides take me when I am Ubering. And what's funny about that is dude's like all business all the time. Like, hey, that 27 miles is gonna cost me some money. And the way he analyzes the cost of everything. Now, he did tell me it's gonna cost some money, obviously, but the way he analyzes those things, the value of his time and the cost of doing a certain thing, and then he'll make a decision on if he's going to do it or not. And I think that's super cool. We all should be a little more analytical in our lives and think about stuff like that. So I thought it was kind of a funny story, but I told him, well, I'm coming through Greenville later. It's just I'll only have a few minutes, so if we could, can we just meet up for a minute? So that was really cool of him to do that. I have been watching, I've obviously known of his content for a while, but I've been watching consistently since I got back on the road. Mainly there's a few reasons. I like how he processes all the numbers and decides if it's worth it for him to do it or not. And I like the style of video. So like I said, I've taken a little bit from that playbook and thinking about how I want to present myself here on YouTube to do better than I did last time. And maybe I'm being too hard on myself. That's entirely possible. But there were so many videos that I wasn't necessarily proud of before, that looking back on them, I probably never would have made them. And I'm getting older and I want to do better, you know, and I want to make better content for people. And I want to make content that my kids can look at and not be like, hey, that's my dad, the raving lunatic on YouTube right now. You know, I want to give them something to be proud of also. And to me, all those things matter. And I just don't want to be perceived as like this angry, mean, miserable person, because I'm really not. I can be, I certainly can be, but I think I'm kind of going through a lot of change, a lot of growth in my own life. So that was really cool to meet up with him. I wish I had a little more time to hang out, grab a beer with him or something, you know, if I was parking my truck for the night, but I gotta go. And when you gotta roll out here, that's just the way it is. So a little long-winded, I guess, but huge thanks to JustTruckin. I really meant to ask you like a couple questions about what you're doing that we could put it here on my channel. But I think it's safe to say anybody subscribed to me knows who you are. So I wouldn't be helping you. And to me, that's a really cool thing too, because him putting me in his video is a massive help to me. And he knows that. And him being in my video does absolutely nothing for him. Nothing at all. So that's really cool to meet someone like that that knows that they're not getting anything out of it. But they're going to come over and do it anyways. So love people like that. Very cool. I'm going to shut up for now. I got 78 miles to my pickup, and I've got an hour and 50 minutes to do it. So we're going to be just fine. And we'll see what the rest of the night holds for us. Thank you, JustTruckin. Very cool of you. See you guys in a bit. All right. What's up, guys? Oops, I forgot to grab my vape. Hold on. I didn't actually fix my vape problem earlier. I've just been blowing coils one after another, and I'm just like vaping toxic sludge right now. It's not fun. I actually only just had a few minutes to meet up with JustTruckin over there, but I do need to fix that vape thing. One thing at a time. Got the hair fixed up today. I know I sound ridiculous talking about it, but I feel so much better. It was so thick and uncomfortable, and I used to always have long hair, and now I know I'm such a girl sometimes, but now since I've been keeping it short, I hate when it grows back. It like I want to rip it out of my head. So I didn't get the vape problem fixed, but here we are, arrived at the shipper. I got the laptop set up in the back, and my internet's up top by the microwave. I use the T-Mobile home internet. And it's portable. And so far it's been really great. So James Best is live right now. He's got a bunch of people on there drinking and stuff like that, and I unfortunately can't drink with them. And I don't know if I'll even be able to get a word in, but I might jump on there and join his stream here in a few minutes. But once again, big thank you to JustTruckin. I mean, that was super cool of him to come by and say hi for a minute. Definitely one of the more respectable content creators here on YouTube in the trucking genre. So I really am trying to align myself with better people. And as I say, I'm going to go hang out with James Best. James Best is a good dude, but he will go off the rails and definitely offend some people. But just a big thanks to him. I'm at the shipper. I got here at 8:03. It's 8:19 right now for an 8:30 appointment. So I'm all checked in, but they said it is going to be a 6 to 7 hour wait before I'm loaded or before I get a door. I'm not really sure. So the first thing I did was send a text into dispatch, said I'm here, appointment's 8:30. I don't know if they look at it at this time of night, is what I said. I said, but documenting for detention purposes. This will be the first time I've been anywhere loading or unloading long enough to need detention. So I definitely wanted to document that. And they sent me back, here's the phone number of the broker. And at 2 hours, call them. They require you to call them and start tracking that. So I am going to take every dollar I can get out here. And I was going to be sleeping anyways. I was going to get loaded, park right here. They already told me they have overnight parking. And I was going to be sleeping anyway. So I'll probably just, if they don't give me a door, I'll keep my ringer on. And I will probably get some sleep here in a little bit, and we'll document every hour. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping we can get them for, you know, a couple $100 more on this. It's a $2,500 load. I don't know if they cap out at some point and they consider it a layover and give me 150, but any extra dollar helps at this point. It just, you know how it is with the brokers. They all have different rules. But hopefully, I'm being honest with you, I was going to be sleeping anyway. So hopefully we can get them for an extra $200-300 in detention time. And that'll be just fine with me if that's what we do. So I'm always open to getting more money. But that's kind of all that's going on tonight. I'm going to jump on that live stream, but I don't know, because last I looked there were like 6 people on there, so I don't know if there will be much talking going on. And a few of them are drinking, having a good time though. I guess I'm kind of envious of them, because I wish I was drinking and having a good time too. But I guess on that note, it has been kind of nice to be back in the truck, because when I was home, it was getting to be where it was nothing to put down a 12-pack daily. Definitely haven't been doing that. And I don't know if I feel better or not, if I'm being honest. I do like my drinks. I do like to have a beer. I like to have all the beer. But definitely can't be doing that out here. And that's just the way she goes. So not much else to speak of on the topic, I guess. Just really kind of enjoying the day, to be honest with you. Yesterday afternoon and evening was not fun. I didn't have a good time. So I never really mind detention unless it's going to screw up my appointment. I was going to shut down my delivery appointment or whatever appointment. It doesn't matter. I was going to shut down for the night anyways. I've got, I'll put it in my GPS, but it should be around 1,050 miles to go by Monday afternoon. So I'm golden. I'm good on this. And if we can sit here and let this clock rest for a little bit, and get us some detention out of it, I'm thrilled to do that, to be honest with you. So we'll see if we can get some extra money out of it. I'll probably update the video at whatever time when I'm finally loaded, add more to it and all that. But I guess that's it, fellas. Another day in the life of a truck driver. We got up at oh boy, what time was it? We had to be to our delivery by 7 this morning, and I was about 3 hours out. 4. We were up around 3 something, if I remember correctly, and then delivered, took a 10-hour break, drove the 2 hours down here to pick up, where we'll take another 10-hour break and then just keep rolling. But I needed to do it like that because the clock was, I needed to gain back some hours, so I needed to have some short days, but I didn't want to reset. I hate when I'm trying to reestablish myself, especially. I absolutely hate sitting for 34 hours making nothing. I can't take it. I'll sit here and I'll think, and I'll kick out angry videos and all kinds of stuff. So definitely I am trying to have the best mindset possible right now. The struggle is very real. I probably waited too long to pull the trigger on getting back in the truck, and that's definitely making things harder at home right now, but that's okay. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna just try to breathe and work through it. And the freight market isn't great. I wouldn't say I've had a bad run out here, but we need to kick that up on a weekly basis by at least another 1,000. We need to definitely bring up what we're earning. I told you guys I was done 3 minutes ago, but I'm still here. Still here talking. Anyways, there's a lot of struggle involved with this, but I'm I'm doing my best to embrace it and go through it, and I can't wait for a month from now, 2 months from now, for me to look back and be like, that was really a tough time, but we pulled through it, and we're gonna be just fine. So certainly other things in the works. You know me, guys. I do my best to have other projects going on, such as this YouTube channel and other things maybe I'll talk about in the future. It's just kind of sorry, I just got a very bizarre text and I could only read part of it on the screen and it distracted me. But anyways, I really am embracing the struggle right now, because I know the potential that trucking has. My dispatcher trusts me now to run my clock, and he understands why I'm telling him no to loads when he's offering me stuff. And I think we're starting to form a really good working relationship. It's going to be good. Good for both of us, good for the company, because my dispatcher is actually the owner's brother. So he, the owner of the company, his brother. So he's got an interest in the company making money also. That's a big deal. And that's a funny story. You're fine. I'll talk some more. That's a funny story. My truck, this one I'm in right now, they thought was ready for me to go when I got to orientation. It turns out the Bendix system, you guys know, the radar that automatically brakes for you and slows you down and all that, wasn't working, which is no big deal. But without the Bendix system working, it wouldn't allow the truck to use cruise control at all. You couldn't use it. So they had their shop working on it, and they were having trouble with it, and they took it to another shop, and it took days, right? Got to orientation on Monday. I was there Monday. Supposed to be there maybe half a Tuesday, or I could leave out Wednesday with my first load if I wanted. The truck wasn't ready. So they're Monday, they're all of Tuesday, all of Wednesday, all of Thursday, and the owner is such a cool guy. The owner of this company is incredible. Really, really good person. Just jokes around with everyone, has a good time. I didn't know he was the owner. I thought he was another trucker just in their truckers lounge having a good time, until somebody's like, that's the boss right there. And I'm like, the boss meaning what? Like, he owns the company. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. And he knows everybody. Like, they're I believe they said Macedonian. They use my full first name, which is Joshua, right? But he pronounces it Joshua, and he says that, and he remembers me when I walk in. I don't buy into the whole "you're not a truck number, you're a name" nonsense. I think that's a horrible reason to pick a trucking company. But it does feel nice that, like, he knows who I am. And what had happened, though, is I had a different dispatcher assigned to me. I was talking to the owner of the company when they were figuring out the truck thing, and he was freaking out. He's like, dude, I want you to, like, give me a chance to make this right. Don't quit on me already, because this is Chicago area. I could walk across the street and get a job, you know. This isn't how we do things. You please give me this chance to get everything in order for you, and at least let me prove myself to you that we are a good company. And so I told him, I said, the only issue I have is I need to make money, right? I'm broke, dude. I need to make money. And sitting here doesn't pay the bills, you know? And he says, so what we're going to do, he says, for every day you're here, we're going to pay you $200, right? $200. So I was there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By Thursday afternoon, they had given me a different truck that I was using as a loaner. He said, we're going to pay you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's $800. He said, we're not going to charge you any fixed cost at all this first week. He said it'll be your fuel and your maintenance fund. That'll be it. So I ended up doing okay that first week, considering I did nothing. I brought home $1,000. You know, I did one load. The truck they gave me, unfortunately, was completely on empty, so I did fill up the tanks. I was kind of hoping there'd be half a tank in it or something, give me a little more break on the money. But as soon as they had my truck fixed, I came back into the yard. The dispatcher worked around me on that, and it was a quick in and out, throw my stuff in this truck, sleep in the other truck for the night because this one was also on empty. And then in the morning I got in, threw my mattress in here, and I hit the road in this truck. But the reason that they changed my dispatcher to his brother was because the owner was like, he pulled me into this this conference room to talk to me. He said, we're really impressed with your patience and how you're not freaking out on us right now. That we understand this is a time where you need to make money and all that. And I said, hey, as long as we've got a plan for me to profit this first week, we're golden. You know, we're good. If you guys were going to charge me my fixed cost and charge me my lease payment and all that and put me in the hole on the first week, I'll walk out the door, dude. Like, this is Chicago. There's other places that'll hire me, you know. But if we've got a plan, we're golden, and I'm good with that. I said, as long as everybody's trying to make things work the right way, then I'm good. So the next morning, when I was in the loaner truck, I texted the dispatch number. I said, hey, got my truck, got my trailer. I am ready for my first load, to which I got a call from a man, and he introduced himself and said that the owner is his brother, and they want to make sure that we're doing things to be profitable. There wasn't like a shot at the other dispatcher or anything, but it was just, the point of that story is be patient sometimes. It's not always fun, but if you can be a respectful person and talk out your issue in plain English, though. Like, this is, I'm not mad at you, but this is what I need to happen, right? And if you can do that and you can show respect, and you're going to get respect back. And to me, that matters. I work directly with the owner's brother on my loads now. Not a single fear or care in the world. If I don't like the load he's offering me, I'll tell him to get back on the load board. Or wait a day, because like, he wanted to pick out my Friday load on Monday. Can we wait? And I actually got a hold of him Thursday morning. I said, okay, let's look at that board. These hours are looking a lot better. No sense in looking for your Friday load on a Monday. That's just the way it is, as far as I understand. I used to dispatch my own truck, so I would have never looked for a Friday load on a Monday. Maybe Wednesday at the earliest. You start, the dispatch or broker start getting into, is anybody going to cover this load? What are we doing? But say what you mean to say, but treat people with respect. And that's going to go a long ways for you in this business. I've noticed it a lot more since I've been back out. I honestly have not seen that screaming, shouting trucker mad because things are taking too long. You just have to roll with the punches sometimes. Case in point, tonight, I walked in, checked in. They said it's 6 to 7 hours. I said, okay, well, do you allow overnight parking? They said, yeah, we do. I said, in that case, I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to get my 10-hour break in. And then the first thing I do is let dispatch know, hey, we're going to need to collect attention on this, to which they pointed me in the right direction. You have to be clear, concise, to the point. What do you need to happen? But you need to respect the people you're talking to. And it's such a big deal. It's such a big deal. So when it gets to 10:30 tonight, I'm going to call that broker right on the dot, and I'm going to say, hey, I checked in for my 8:30 p.m. appointment. It is now 10:30. We need to start logging detention time. I'll call you back when I am loaded, and they will pay me to sleep tonight. That's what's going to happen. So didn't mean to go off on that long of a tangent. I really don't care, though, if the videos end up being an hour long because I get into my conversation. That's just the way it's going to go from now on. So that's how we're going to do things. But I will shut up for now because I'm going to try to join that live stream and see what's going on there. Kind of on my little, I'm back publicity tour right now. So the more eyes I can get on the idea that This Guy Trucks has got a brand new channel and trying to grow that, the better off this is all going to be in the long run. And once again, thanks to JustTruckin. That's a big deal. That's a big deal for me. And I appreciate you taking the time to come meet me, knowing full well you get nothing out of that. maybe 1 or 2 people on my channel have never heard of you. Or maybe 10 people here have heard of you, but also listen to all the nonsense about what a terrible guy you were, and then they go over and subscribe. So 10 tops, Just Truckin'. That's all you get. You get 10 tops out of me. So anyways, I'm going to call it for now, wait for my phone to ring, and I'll talk to you guys here in a bit. Bye now.